Hello, hello.
How's everyone?
Test, test.
Just a reminder, everybody, the driver's meeting is at 10:55. We will do that in front of the main field, 10:55. That is 4 minutes from now.
Remind them that all of their drive team has to be there at. Oh, I will once it goes 3 minutes. So 2 minutes, I guess.
If you're competing in the first match, please bring your robot to the field.
They need their number plates. We are 1 minute away from starting the drivers' meeting at the main field where your entire drive team must be present. We only have a short time to do it, so please be prompt. Please be here on time. I got a lot of things that I want to say, and they don't give me a lot of time to say them all. You have number plates? Good. Okay. All right, the drivers' meeting is starting right now. If you're not here, I'm not waiting for you. I'm sorry. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to FTC Decode. This is League Meet Zero. So this should be everybody's first time competing in a competition this year, right? So I'm going to go over a couple of different things. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about, so format here, everybody should know that you have a 2-minute and 30-second match. First 30 seconds is autonomous, and then 2 minutes of driver control. One thing I will note for all of your drive team members, you have to have a badge on, and when you enter the drive box, you are entering at your own peril. Robots will be launching artifacts this year, and they may be coming towards you. So be prepared. So one thing that is new this year is the change to the ranking system. So in previous years, if you won a match, you got 2 ranking points. You tie, you get 1. You lose, you get 0. This year, if you win, you get 3. Tie is 1, loss is 0. But there are 3 additional ranking points you can earn during the match for scoring points in the movement during the start of autonomous and the end of endgame. You can get 1 for the total artifacts that you score during a match, and you can get 1 for scoring a number of pattern points. I'm not going to go over those numbers here. You guys can look those up on your own. You should know those. So, also the human players, as I mentioned before, balls will be flying places. Human players, it is your job to reintroduce those balls to the field. You will be handed that by a field personnel, and you can only hold up to 6 off the field at a time. You have a little bucket in front of you that'll hold those 6. If you can't fit all of them in, if you have more than 6, you have to make a good faith effort to introduce any extras onto the field immediately. So we'll do a little bit of a walk through the game here, point out some things that we're going to be looking for today. Autonomous. For the start of the game, your robot has to be over a launch line, which is the white lines from the triangles, and also the depot line. Depot line is a launch line. So it has to be over the launch line and either touching the wall of the field or touching the goal, your team. So when you do autonomous, you're not allowed to hold your controllers. You are only allowed to hit the start and stop button on your driver's station, which you are allowed to hit the stop button at any point during the autonomous should you choose to. During autonomous, if you cross over the center of the field onto your opponent's side and make contact with either an element or an opposing robot, you will get a major penalty. I highly recommend not crossing over to the other side because you don't know where the opponent's robot is going to be. So be careful there. If you touch a robot that is completely on their own side, you will get a penalty. So the obelisk here, this will be randomized at the start of every match. And the order will be if you guys can all see this, the order is read right to left, with the right being the gate and the left being the top of the ramp. So, left to right. Left to right. Yes, my bad. I was looking at it backwards. So, that will determine the order for the pattern points. Let's see. During teleop is when your human player can start to do things. Human player is not allowed to reach into the field or anything before teleop starts. Once it does, you can reach in as long as you're not touching a robot and you are over your launch or your loading zone. Make sure that you guys are launching into your own goals. Note that you will be launching to the goal that's the opposite side of the field from where you're standing. Now, to talk a little bit about some penalties for contact during teleop. There are a couple of protected zones. So the secret tunnel is a protected zone, and the loading zone is a protected zone. You will get a minor penalty if you touch an opponent's robot while they are in their home zone there. During endgame, if you touch a robot while they are in their base zone, you will get a major penalty. The gate zone is also protected. So if you are in your home gate zone and make contact with another robot, you are protected. They will get a minor. But if you are in the gate zone and the secret tunnel at the same time, then you are no longer protected. And any contact, you will get a minor penalty because you're in their secret tunnel. Okay. Also, in the end game, to score base points, we're looking for robots being supported by the base zone. So you can be over it, but if your robot is not supported by a portion of the tile that it's inside the base zone, you won't get points. Questions? If you guys have any questions about a match or anything, we don't have a formal question box here, but if you come up by our sponsor banner over there, we will answer your questions there. And question box, reminder, is one team member who can ask a question and one silent observer. Okay? And the last thing is, remember to have fun. We're all here to relax, have a good time. I think one thing John wanted me to mention is, along with the penalties for contact, a pin is 3 seconds of contact with a robot, and a pin only ends when you are no longer within a tile's width of the opposing robot that you've been pinning. Okay, so you can't just bash them again repeatedly and not get a penalty. You have to move a full tile away before coming back in. Okay, and pins are 3 seconds. Okay, any questions before we get started? Awesome, love to hear it. That means I explained everything absolutely perfectly, and none of you guys should ever have any questions at all right? Sweet. Okay, thank you guys, and let's get this going.
All right, team 31150 Metallic Mayhem, you should be on the field right now. All right, everybody in Alexandria, we're going to announce the teams for qualification match number 1. On the Red Alliance, we have team 26171, the Burnout Bots, and their partner 28662, the Lunatics. On the other side of the field, we got team 31150, Metallic Mayhem, with their partner 22110, Exploding Microwaves. All right, looks like the brand. We got motif number 2. Red Alliance, are you ready? Blue Alliance, are you ready? Officials, you ready? All right. 3, 2, 1. The code. All right, that's the start of autonomous period. Team 26171 attempts to shoot. They sadly miss, but they're pretty good movement. All right, this is shaping up to be a pretty interesting match. One of the 4 robots move. We'll see how it starts once autonomous period is over. Teams, you're not allowed to touch your driver hub or your controller during autonomous unless you are stopping. All right, that's the end of autonomous period. After this, all teams will be able to drive. All right, we got 3 out of the 4 robots moving. All right, team 22110 attempts to shoot 3 artifacts, and they get them all in. That's a pretty good start for this match. On the other alliance, team 26171 attempts to shoot 3 more artifacts. They make 2 of them. All right, team 22110 loading up for another round. Along with team 31150, trying to adjust. Looks like they're looking for some artifacts. Team 26171 makes another artifact in the classifier ramp. And on the other alliance, we got 22110 Exploding Microwaves making another 2 for their team. All right. Looks like we had a couple more artifacts scored on each side with 1 minute left in this match. All right. Looks like Exploding Microwaves prepping more artifacts for their robot. Team 26171 attempts to fire 3 more, gets 1 of them in. All right, we got 40 seconds left in this match. Pretty close score right now. We'll see how it ends. All right, 30 seconds left in this match. 5 till endgame. All right. And that marks the start of the endgame. This allows teams to expand upward. Team 26171 is trying to get some last second artifacts in. Seems like team 22110 is lifting. All right. And we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the end of match number 1. Hey, you can't walk here while the match is going. All right, looks like we got scores for match number 1. And it goes to the Red Alliance with a new event high score of 48-44. All right, give it up for team 26171 and 28662. All right, teams, grab your robots. All right, teams for match number 2, you can come to the field. I'm going to announce teams. All right, I'm going to announce the teams for match number 2. On the Red Alliance, we got team 19892 Titanium, partnered with team 12045 Despicable Machines. Cheer. All right, on the Blue Alliance, we have team 16981 Gear Ratios with their partner team 25956 Sensory Overload. Looks like we got motif number 3. All right. Red Alliance, are you ready? Blue Alliance, are you ready? Officials, you ready? All right. 3, 2, 1, dig. All right, we got 2 robots moving on the field right now. Team 25956 Sensory Overload makes 3 artifacts on the classifier ramp. And team 19892 Titanium also move. That gets them points. All right, 15 seconds left in autonomous, and it looks like all robots have stopped. It's shaping up to be a pretty interesting match. All right, that's the end of the autonomous period. Looks like we got all 4 robots moving on the field now. Blue Alliance emptied out their classifier ramp. Team 19892 attempts to make another artifact. All right. Looks like team 25956 makes 2 artifacts on the ramp. All right. Team 19892 is attempting to shoot more artifacts along with team 25956. All right. Looks like Despicable Team 12045 is attempting to line up for another shot. Oh, just a little short, but they'll make it next time. All right. Team 25956 makes another artifact. Another artifact for the Blue Alliance with 1 minute remaining. Looks like Team 16981's doing a little defense, just a little light, making sure to get that distance. Team 25956 makes a couple more on the artifacts. All right, 20 seconds till end game. All right, another one score for the Blue Alliance. 5 seconds till end game. Wonder what they'll do. All right, that horn starts end game. We'll see if any of them attempt to park. Team 25956 attempted to score some last second artifacts. All right. Looks like we got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of the match. All right. All right. Looks like we got scores for match number 2. And it goes to the Blue Alliance with a score of 74-10. That's a new match high score. All right, teams, check your robot to see if you have any extra artifacts in there. We're looking for a purple one. All right, if you're in If you're in qualification match number 3, you're allowed on the field. All right, we're waiting for team 19892 Titanium at the field. Titanium. All right, I'm going to announce teams for qualification match number 3. Over on the Red Alliance, we got team 22110 Exploding Microwaves, along with team 19892 Titanium. Cheer. Woo! Yeah. All right, over on the Blue Alliance, we got team 25956 Sensory Overload with their partner 26171 Burnout Bots. Red Alliance, are you ready? Blue Alliance, are you ready? Officials are not ready. We got motif number 3. All right. All right. Everybody's ready? This match is starting in 3, 2, 1. Dig. All right. 3 out of the 4 robots moving. That's pretty impressive. Looks like 25956 is attempting to shoot 3 artifacts. They make 2 of them in. That's a pretty good start for Blue Alliance. All right. 15 seconds left in the autonomous period. Looks like all the robots are stopped and ready for the teleop. All right, with that horn, that marks the end of the autonomous period and the start of teleop. Looks like we got 3 out of the 4 robots moving. Oh, that 4th one started to move. Team 22110's attention to shoot. They get 2 artifacts on the classifier ramp. All right, team 19892 attempting to shoot. Shoots towards the Blue Alliance, but they miss. All right. Team 26171 lining up for another shot. Looks like both Blue Alliance partners make 3 of them. All right, that's pretty good. All right, 22110 makes another one on the classifier ramp while Blue scores another couple artifacts. All right. Team 22110 gets another 2 artifacts on the classifier ramp with a minute remaining. All right, Team 26171's fires 3 makes one of them. That's pretty good. All right, Team 26171 loading up for another shot. Looks like they're shooting from the far one this time. All right. Team 19892 attempting to shoot for their sides. Looks like there's a little bit of defense. All right, 30 seconds left in this match and 10 seconds till end game. All right, with that is the start of end game. Looks like Blue Alliance attempting to score a couple more overflow on their classifier ramp. Got 10 seconds left in this match. Looks like Team 22110 is lifting up their entire robot. Get that parking bonus. All right. 3, 2, 1. That's the end of the match. All right. Looks like we got scores for match number 3. All right. And it goes to the Blue Alliance. All right. Score 61-36. All right. Good job, teams. Let's grab our robot. All right, teams for match number 4. Robots on the field, please. All right, looks like I'm going to announce teams for qualification match number 4. On the Red Alliance, we got team 28662, the Lunatics, with their teammate 16981, Gear Ratios. All right, on the Blue Alliance, we got team 31150, Metallic Mayhem. And also on their alliance is team 12045, Despicable Machines. All right, looks like we got motif number 1. All Red Alliance, are you ready? Blue Alliance, we gotta wait. All right, Red Alliance, you're still ready? Blue Alliance is ready? Officials ready? All right, we're starting this match in 3, 2, 1, dig. All right, looks like one robot moved. All right. Looks like all robots are ready for the tele-op period. Period. All right, and that is the end of the autonomous period. Looks like teams are about to start driving. Looks like we got all 4 robots moving on the field. All right, we got team 12045 attempting to shoot for the Blue Alliance, along with team 28662 prepping one for the red. Looks like there's some pretty good defense from team 16981. All right. 1 minute 30 left in this match. All right. Looks like something's wrong with team 18982's robot. Looks like Despicable Machines attempts another artifact. A little high. All right. We got 1 minute left in this match, and the score is tied. All right, looks like team 28662 is back in the match. All right, 30 seconds till end game. Every robot's moving once more. Team 12045 attempted to shoot. Oh, are they gonna get it? Oh, a little high. Game still tied. Team 28662's unable to move. 10 seconds till end game. All right. With that horn, that's the start of the end game with scores tied. Looks like we got 10 seconds left in this match. It's been an interesting one. All right. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of qualification match number 4. Looks like we got scores for qualification match number 4. And it goes to the Red Alliance. That was a real close match. Hold on. Light issue. All right, we're gonna hold on the scores there because that math ain't mathing. I don't know. We are going to ignore that score. We will release what the actual score is in a minute. We'll figure out the issue. All right. The one issue was that there is a depot score that is not showing. So Red Alliance did in fact win that match. They got 1 point from the depot over there, but it just doesn't show up there. That's why. All right. Any question? If you're on qualification match number 5, you should be on the field currently. All right, I'm going to announce teams for qualification match number 5. On the Red Alliance, we got team 22110, Exploding Microwaves, along with the team 26171, Burnout Bots. Cheer. All right, on the Blue Alliance, we got team 12045, Despicable Machines, along with team 16981, Gear Ratios. All right. Red Alliance, are you ready? Blue Alliance, are you ready? Blue Alliance? All right. Getting the motif. Motif number 1. All right. Officials ready? We'll start this match in. We're going to start this match in 3, 2, 1. Big. All right, team 26171's attempting to shoot some artifacts. A little to the left, but that's all right. Looks like we still got about 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in this match. All robots are ready for the teleop period. All right. That is transmission period to start the teleop period. All robots are moving on the field. It's like team 26171 left a little bit behind, but that's all right. They're still moving. Team 12045 scores an artifact for the Blue Alliance. Looks like all the Red Alliance teams are attempting, and they got one on their ramp as well. Right, team 12045 attempted to make some more artifacts, along with team 16981 moving some artifacts for the depot. All right, team 22110 got 2 more artifacts for the Red Alliance. All right, teams are loading up more artifacts, attempting to shoot for their alliance. With 1 minute left in the match, the Red Alliance attempts to score another artifact. Looks like team 26171's losing a couple pieces on the field, but they're still driving, doing pretty good. Red Alliance gets another artifact. All right, 20 seconds till end game. Looks pretty close. 6981 attempting to do a little defense, just a little. All right, and we're just about to start end game. All right, we got 20 seconds for the teams to attempt to park. There is one artifact that does not count for the Blue Alliance. 10 seconds left in this match. Going 9, 8, 7. Looks like team 22110 has lifted up fully. 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of qualification match number 4. All right, just for a PSA for everybody watching, there are points you can score that will not show on the score breakdown. That's the reason there's a difference between the bigger number and all the numbers added up. All right. All right, looks like we got scores. Potentially, maybe. Looks like we got scores for match number 5. And it goes to the Red Alliance. The team of 48-40. Super close match there. All right, robots off the field. All right, teams for qualification match number 6, you should be on the field. All right, looks like we're re-announcing match number 5. This is an adjustment, so this is the score. Looks like Blue Alliance actually won that last one. There was a major penalty caused by the Red Alliance giving Blue Alliance the lead. The reason is Red Alliance opened the Blue Alliance's gate. That is a major penalty, which equals 15 points. Scores have been adjusted and ranking as well. Team 31150, you should be on the field. Team 31150, you should be on the field. All right, I'm going to announce teams for qualification match number 6. On the Red Alliance, we got team 19892 Tectanium with their partner 25956 Sensory Overload. Cheer. Woo! Yeah, Red Alliance. All right. Over on the Blue Alliance, we got team 28662 partner Lunatics with the partner 31150 Metallic Mayhem. Yeah. Go Blue Alliance. Woo! All right, Red Alliance, are you ready? Blue Alliance, you ready? Looks like we got motif number 2. All right, we're going to start qualification match number 6 in 3, 2, 1. Dig. All right, all 4 robots are moving on the field. Team 25956 makes 2 artifacts on the classifier ramp. All right, that's the end of autonomous period. All right, we got 1 team moving, 2 teams, all 4. All righty then. Team 25956 collecting artifacts. They attempt to score 2 for the Red Alliance. They make 1 of them. That's pretty good to start off with. All right. Looks like 25956 attempted to score a couple more. That's 2 and 8. And a miss. All right. Red Alliance with 3 on the ramp. Blue Alliance trying to catch up. They're going fast. Blue Alliance collecting artifacts. Looking like they're going to score for the depot with 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the match. All right. All righty then. Team 19892 attempting to intake a couple, while team 25956 scores 3 more artifacts on the classifier ramp. All right, looks like Blue Alliance is attempting to do a little bit of defense on the Red Alliance, making sure not to pin them. We got 30 seconds remaining in this match, 10 seconds till end game. We'll see what they do. Looks like team 25956 attempted to score a couple more artifacts. They score one more. All right, with that horn, that marks the start of endgame. We got about 10 seconds left in this match. Red Alliance is fully parked. Blue Alliance also attempting to park. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of qualification match number 6. All right. Ooh. All right, looks like we got scores for qualification match number 6. And it goes to the Red Alliance with a score of 77-15. All right, the Red Alliance got a new event high score. All right, with the end of that match, that starts lunch. We will be back at 1 o'clock. Again, that is the start of lunch, and we will be back at 1 o'clock. All right, if you're in qualification match number 7, please bring your robot to the field. I repeat, if you're in qualification match number 7, bring your robot to the field. Okay. All right, I'm going to announce teams for qualification match number 7. On the Red Alliance, we got Team 12045, Despicable Machines, with their partner Team 25956, Sensory Overload. Woo! Yeah, go Red Alliance. All right, on the blue team, we got Team 22110, Exploding Microwaves, with their partner 28662, The Lunatics. All right, for randomization, we got motif number 3. All right, we're going to start a minute early. Red Alliance, are you ready? Blue Alliance, are you ready? And start this match in 3, 2, 1, dig. All right, we got 2 robots on the field moving. All right, team 25956 got 2 artifacts on the qualifier ramp. All right, 5 seconds left in the autonomous period. Looks like all teams are ready for teleop. Looks like all 4 robots are moving on the field. Team 22110 attempting to score. They got 1 artifact. All right. Red Alliance scored 5 artifacts on 4 more artifacts on their classifier ramp. Team 22110 gets a 1 artifact on their classifier ramp. While team 12045 attempts to score more for the Red Alliance. All right, team 5956 gets 2 more on the Red Alliance. Team 28662 lining up for another shot while their partner scores another artifact on the qualifier ramp. All right, 1 minute remaining in this match. Doing pretty good. Red Alliance gets 1 artifact for overflow, and 12045 attempting to score once more. Their partner scores a point. Team 22110 gets another artifact for the Blue Alliance with 35 seconds remaining. All right, team 25956 gets 2 more overflow artifacts. We got 5 seconds till endgame. We'll see which teams attempt to park. All right, there we go. We got endgame. Seems like team 22110 is using their pretty patent lift to get all the way up, and they do it. 10 seconds remaining in the match. Both teams attempt to park in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's the end of the match. All right, looks like we got scores for qualification match number 7. And it goes to the Red Alliance with a score of 73-44. Might I add, though, that this is the first time in this entire event that both robots are fully inside the taped box at the end of the match. Very well done, Blue Alliance. All right, team 28662, you forgot your robot. All right, I'm going to announce teams from qualification match number 8. On Red Alliance, we got team 26171, the Burnout Bots, partnered with team 31150, Metallic Mayhem. All right, on the Blue Alliance, we got team 16981, Gear Ratios, with their partner 19892, Titanium. All righty then, shaping up to be a pretty good match. Red Alliance, are you ready? Blue Alliance, are you ready? Officials good? All right. Motif number 3. All righty then. We can start this match in 3, 2, 1, dig. All right, we got 2 robots on the field moving. One for the Blue Alliance, one for the Red Alliance. Seems like all the teams are ready for their chilly out period. Three seconds left in autonomous. There we go. We're about to start the chilly out period. All right, and they're off. 3 out of the 4 robots are moving. Team 31150 joins the rest of them, while team 26171 attempts to score artifacts, along with 19892 also attempting to score some artifacts. Seems like team 16981 is doing a little defense on the Red Alliance, preventing them from scoring 2 out of the 3 artifacts. All right, team 19892 lining up for another attempt at the goal. a little high. All right. Another attempt to score by the team 26171. There's 1 minute remaining in this match. We're tied up. Alrighty then, Red Alliance emptied their ramp with 50 seconds left. Red Alliance also scoring 4 balls right now on the depot. Let's see if they can keep them there. Team 26171 attempting to score once more, but being blocked by 16981. Red Alliance gets another artifact on the board. We have 20 seconds left in this match. Make it end game. Let's see which teams attempt to park. Team 31150 is parking in their alliance. Looks like we got 5 seconds left. Blue Alliance. Are they going to attempt to park? 3, 2, 1. That's the end of the match. Alrighty then. Looks like we got scores for qualification match number 8. And it goes to the Red Alliance. The team of 48-18. Well done, teams. Grab your robots. All right, if you're in qualification match number 9, you should be on the field. If you're in qualification match number 9, you should be on the field. Alrighty then, Red Alliance, are you... Wait, I gotta announce teams. All right, for qualification match number 9, we got team 25956 Sensory Overload with their partner 31150 Metallic Mayhem. Woo! Cheer. All right, on the Blue Alliance, we got team 26171 Burnout Bots, along with team 12045 Despicable Machines. Alrighty then, Red Alliance, are you ready? Blue Alliance, are you ready? Officials, let's see the motif. All right, that's motif number 2. And we're gonna start this match in 3, 2, 1, dig. All right, that's 2 robots moving. Alrighty then, that was an interesting start. We got 15 seconds left. Alrighty then. Looks like we got 5 seconds left of autonomous. Pretty interesting start. Let's see where it goes from here. Alrighty then, going into Telia. We got team 25956 shooting all 3 of their artifacts into their goal. That's a pretty good start for them. Team 26171 attempting to score their artifacts, along with team 12045. Red Alliance scoring another artifact, 2. Blue Alliance scoring 2 artifacts as well with 1 minute 30 remaining. Alrighty then, 12045 makes an artifact all the way from back in the back triangle. Team 25956 attempting to score some more artifacts, while team 26171 is attempting to get their outtake. Alrighty then, 1 minute remaining in the match. All right, team 12045 lining up for another shot, along with team 26171 making 2 more artifacts into the goal. Team 25956 scoring 3 more artifacts for their team. One of those being overflow. Alrighty then, team 12045 attempted to score from back with 25 seconds remaining. It's almost end game. Looks like both classifier ran for full for Beacon Alliance. It's going to be a really good match. All right, 15 seconds remaining. Looks like team 31150 is attempting to park, and there's some crazy defense between team 26171 and 25956 with 3, 2, 1, and that's the end of the qualification match number 9. Alrighty then, looks like we got scores for qualification match number 9. And it goes to the Red Alliance with 70-56. Well done. All right, grab your robots. All right, I'm going to announce teams for qualification match number 10. On the Red Alliance, we got team 16981 Gear Ratios with their partner team 22110 Exploding Microwaves. Woo! All right, on the Blue Alliance, we have team 28662 The Lunatics with their partner 19892 Tectanium. All right, Red Alliance, are you ready? Red Alliance, thumbs up. Red Alliance, are you ready? Red Alliance is ready. Blue Alliance, are you ready? Officials ready? All right, we'll start this match in 3. Motif number 1. Cancel that start. All right, now we'll start in 3, 2, 1. Dig. All right, one robot move, team 19892. Alrighty then, 15 seconds left of this autonomous period. Looks like all robots are ready for the tele-up. All right, 3 seconds left in autonomous. All right, and they're off. All 4 robots on the field are moving. Team 22110 attempting to score. Artifact's a little high, but looks like they still got one left. And it's in. Alrighty then. On the Blue Alliance 19892 also attempting to score, but 16981 is not going to let that happen. They're trying to do some pretty good defense. Oh, a little high. All right, team 22110 also attempting to score some for the Red Alliance. They line up. One's a little high. They're pretty accurate. The second one and the third one is also in. That's 3 for the Red Alliance. All right, 1 minute, 20 seconds remaining. That's 1 minute till end game. Team 22110 attempts once more to try to score some more. Little short on a couple of those. While team 19892 is attempting to shoot, team 16981 is blocking them with 1 minute remaining. All right, some crossfire right there. Team 22110 and 19892 are trying to shoot from opposite ends. Well, 2862 is also doing some defense. Team 22110 is also attempting to score some more for the Red Alliance. We got 30 seconds remaining, and we got a team 28662 is trying to score. Alrighty then. With that, that's the start of the end game. Let's see which teams try to park. Team 22110 attempting their lift once more, trying to get it with 10 seconds remaining. Well, 16981 is attempting to fit underneath. Blue Alliance is getting 2 partial parks. 2, 1. And that is the end of the match. Let's see. What do we get? Alrighty then, we got scores for qualification match number 10. And it goes to the Blue Alliance with a score of 29-28. That's a super close score. Looks like that foul got them the win, but that was well done by both sides. All right, grab your robots. All right, if you're in qualification match 11, you can be on the field. If you're in qualification match 11, you can be on the field. Lunatics, team 28662, Lunatics, you should be on the field. 28662, Lunatics, you should be on the field. All right, I'm going to announce the teams for our second to last qualification match for qualification match 11. On the Red Alliance, we have team 12045, Despicable Machines, with their alliance partner 28662, the Lunatics. On the Blue Alliance, we have team 19892, Titanium, with their alliance partner 26171, the Burnout Bots. Woo. Oh. All right, Red Alliance, are you ready? Blue Alliance, are you ready? Officials, let's get the motif. Motif number 1. Alrighty then. Let's start qualification match 11 in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we got 2 robots moving. Team 12045 attempts to score an artifact. 20 seconds remaining in autonomous. Alrighty then, seems like all the teams are ready for the tally-out period to get moving. So be an interesting match. All right, that's the end of autonomous. We're going to the tally-out with a tie game. All right, all 3 of the robots are moving on the field, and the 4th one starts up as well. Team 26171 scores 2 artifacts for the Blue Alliance, while Team 19892 is preparing to score another. The Red Alliance is also preparing to score 1, with Team 12045 lining up in that far triangle. Along with Blue Alliance attempting to score 3 more, being just a little shy, with 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in the match. Alrighty then, 26171 lining up once more to try to score. They get 2 out of the 3 artifacts on the ramp. Alrighty then. Red Alliance 12045 attempting to score from the far back triangle. Just adjusting their angle. Just a little to the left. All right, team 28662 trying to help move some of the artifacts. While team 19892 is also trying to score one for the Blue Alliance. We got 50 seconds left in this match with 20 seconds till end game. Alrighty, then seems like 26171's attempting to score some more artifacts. Makes one of them in. That's pretty good. Alrighty then, 30 seconds left. That's 10 seconds till end game. Let's see who tries for Park. Team 12045 attempting to score once more, but this time nice and close. Alrighty then, with 15 seconds remaining, we're officially in end game. Let's see, Red Alliance 28662's Park. Same with Blue Alliance 19892 with 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's the end of the match. All right, looks like we got scores for qualification match number 11. And it goes to the Red Alliance. All right, with a score of 48-47. Another really close match. Alrighty then. So after qualification match number 12, we will have alliance selection for the playoff matches. So send one of your representatives to the front for alliance selection after qualification match number 12. Teams, grab your robots. Alrighty then, if you're in qualification match number 12, let's get to the field. Just as a friendly reminder, after qualification match number 12, please send one representative up to the front desk for alliance selection. I'll repeat that once more. After qualification match number 12, pick one team member and send them up to the front desk for alliance selection. All right, I'm going to introduce the teams for our final qualification match. On the Red Alliance, we have team 31150 Metallic Mayhem with their partner 16981 Gear Ratios. Woo! Alrighty then. On the Blue Alliance, we have team 25956 Sensory Overload with their teammate 22110 Exploding Microwaves. Woo! Alrighty then. Red Alliance, are you ready? Blue Alliance, are you ready? Looks like we're going to get the motif. And it's motif number 1. Alrighty then. With that, we will start this match in 3, 2, 1, go. Team 25956 on the Blue Alliance attempting to move, along with Team 31150. 25956 scores 1 on the ramp with 15 seconds remaining in autonomous. Righty then, seems like all these teams are ramped up and ready to go for the teleop. And that's the end of autonomous. And they're off. All 4 of the robots have, all 3 of the robots have started moving. Team 31150 is having a little trouble starting, but that's all right. Team 22110 scores some for the Blue Alliance along with their alliance mate 25956. Alrighty then. Both teams on the Blue Alliance attempting to score once more, with Team 31150 attempting to play some defense. 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining of this match. Alrighty then. We got some more scored for the Blue Alliance. They get 2 more on their qualifier, 3 more on their qualifier from Team 25956. Looks like Team 25956 is attempting to empty out their ramp. With 1 minute remaining, it's a risky choice, but it can net them a lot of points. Team 16981 is doing some defense, and 31150 is also moving now as well. Team 25956 scoring some more, while Team 2110 is getting blocked by 16981. We got 40 seconds left in this match. That means 20 till end game. Alrighty then, 25956 scoring another one on their ramp. That makes 2. And a third one with 30 seconds left, 10 till end game. Alrighty then, with that horn, end game begins. We'll see who parks. Team 22110 is doing their lift system, while their alliance mate is attempting to score a couple last minute ones with 10 seconds left. 8 seconds. They got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of qualification match number 12. And that we got the scores for qualification match number 12. And it goes to the Blue Alliance. Team of 82 to 23. That's an event high score. All right. Since we are done with all of the qualification matches, each team needs to send one representative up to the front desk for alliance selection. We'll get into more of what that actually entails once we get there. Alrighty then, that's been a great qualification matches so far. So now it's time to move into the playoff portion of this competition. But first, with the 8 teams competing today, we will need to form 2 alliances that will compete in the D code presented by RTX winners here at Minnesota Alexandria Scrimmage 0. Here's how we will select alliance. First, we will announce the top 2 ranked teams as alliance leads. Each of these teams will have a student representative. The alliance captain will join us on the field. The first selection will begin with the highest ranked team based on performance in the qualification matches. After their number 1 ranked team makes their selection, the next highest ranked unpicked team will make their selection. We continue this process until we have 2 complete alliances. Each alliance will be made up of 2 teams. After an alliance captain extends an invitation to join their alliance, 1 representative from the invited team will join us and either accept or decline this invitation. If they decline, there's going to be no booing. We're going to say, "Oh my!" All right, let's practice one. All right. Do you want to join my alliance?
I humbly not accept.
Oh my! Now we got to do that one again. All right. Do you want to join my alliance?
No, thank you.
All right. Oh my! All right. There we go. Oh, for example, if the number 1 ranked team picks the number 2 ranked team and they decline, the number 2 ranked team still has the option to pick another team. But if you are a number 3 or farther ranked team and you decline, you cannot be picked by the other alliance captain. Does that make sense? All right, I'll re-explain that one. If team 1 asks team 2 to join and they don't want to join, team 2 can still pick another partner, but If team 1 asks team 4 if they would like to join and they say no, then team 4 cannot accept an invitation from team 2. Does that make sense? Alrighty then. Once we have 2 complete alliances, we will begin the playoff matches, which play in a double elimination bracket. In a double elimination brackets, all alliances will start off with the upper bracket. These don't actually affect too much. It's going to be a best 2 out of 3 out of the 2 alliances because it's kind of, we only have 2 alliances. Does that make sense? It's best 2 out of 3 between red and blue. All right. Please welcome the team, the 2-seed team 28662, the Lunatics from Otsego, Minnesota. Let's step forward. To the center. To the center. All right, then we're going to do the number 1 seed alliance. Congratulations to team 25956, the Sensory Overload, also with Northwest Metro Robotics. Now our number 1 seed will make the first pick. Which team would you like to invite to join your alliance?
We would like to invite 22110.
All right, that is team 22110, the Exploding Microwaves. Do you accept?
Yes.
All right, team 22110 graciously accepts our invitation. Already then we'll go over to the second alliance. Team 28662, who would you like to join your alliance?
The minion people. I don't know.
All right, team 28662 would like to invite team 12045 to join their alliance. All right, team 12045, do you accept?
We accept.
All right, team 12045, Despicable Machines graciously accepts. That gives us our 2 alliances. All right, matches start at 2:10. I'll repeat that. Our matches will start at 2:10. So that gives some time for teams to prepare. All right, teams, if you have not already and you are not competing in the finals, please turn in your driver, coach, and human badges to the front desk. I repeat, if you have not already and you are not completing in the finals, please turn in your human, your driver, and your coach badge to the front desk. All righty then. Looks like we're starting the first final match. We already know the teams, so we'll get right into it. Red Alliance, are you ready? Blue Alliance is ready. Motif number 3. All righty then. We can start this match in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, 2 robots are moving. All righty then. 25956 attempts to shoot 2 artifacts and makes them. Alrighty then, that's all it is for autonomous period. There's 5 seconds left. There we go. Now it's going to start the tally-up period of the first final match. 3 out of the 4 teams are moving. Something's going on. The 22110, but their alliance mate 25956 scores 3 more artifacts on the classifier ramp, while team 12045 is attempting to score for the blue alliance. Looks like 22110 and 25956 are scoring a lot of them for the red alliance. They're doing well. While 28662 is trying to score some depot points for the blue alliance. Looks like red has filled up the classifier ramp, and blue alliance is lining up from 12045. Righty then. Looks like red alliance is loading up for another attempt after they emptied out the classifier ramp. With 1 minute remaining in this match. Alrighty then. Blue Alliance attempted to score from Despicable Machines 12045. You got 45 seconds left with Red Alliance scoring more classifier. 20 seconds till end game. Alrighty then. Red Alliance scoring more on their ramp. While Blue Alliance is attempting to line up for another attempt. All right, 5 seconds till end game in the first finals match. And that's end game. Let's see how Parking goes. 22110 attempts in their lift once more. While Blue Alliance is trying to get some last minute ones on the qualifier ramp. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of finals match number 1. Alrighty then, we got the scores for the first final match. And it goes to the Red Alliance. Event high score of 86-22. That does not mean Blue Alliance is out. There is still another, at most, 2 matches. It is the first to 2 wins. Team 28662, you have 5 minutes till we're starting the match. Alrighty then, we're going into finals match number 2 with Red's Alliance winning one match already. If they win this one, then they win. If Blue Alliance wins, then we'll go into a third match. Alrighty then. Red Alliance, are you ready? Hold on. Oh. All right, Blue Alliance has a minute to figure this out. Alrighty then, Blue Alliance is ready now. So we're gonna start finals match number 2. After we get the motif. Okay, we got motif number 2. All right, pretty fitting. All right, let's start final match number 2 in 3, 2, 1, big. Alrighty then, 2 robots are off. Team 2 25956 attempted to score. Already then they get 2 artifacts. And team 12045 scores 1 artifact. With 10 seconds remaining in auto, let's see who wins. And that is the end of autonomous period. Ends into the match between 25956 and 22110 are attempting to score some for the Red Alliance. Well, team 12045 is attempting to score an artifact for the Blue Alliance. Alrighty then. Team 25956 and 22110 score 2 more points for the Red Alliance. And team 12045's number plate has fallen off. Interesting. All right. Seems like Blue Alliance and Red Alliance both attempt to fill their qualifier ramps. Team 12045 attempting to shoot from the long triangle, while team 25956 attempts to shoot for the Red Alliance. All right, we got 1 minute remaining in this match. All right, team 12045 lining up for another shot, and they make it. Alrighty then. All right, we got 40 seconds remaining in this match. 20 till endgame. Team 22110 scores another one for the Red Alliance, while 12045 is attempting to shoot for the Blue, and they make it. All right, 5 seconds till endgame in finals match number 2. All right, that is endgame for finals match number 2. Team 22110 is lifting up once again for their park score. 10 seconds remaining. Blue Alliance is also attempting to park. Got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of finals match number 2. Oh, alrighty then. If Red Alliance wins. Oh. Is anyone missing a green wiffle ball? All right, come up and collect it. Oh wait, whose green wiffle ball is this? Anyone claim? It does not. No, it does not. All right. Anyways, if Red Alliance wins this match, then they win the tournament. If Blue Alliance wins this match, then we go to a 3rd round. All right, we got scores for finals match number 2. And it goes to the Red Alliance with a score of 82-51. Well done, Red Alliance. That puts team 25956 of winners of Alexandria League Meet 0. All right, well done, teams by all. All right, that's the end of League Meet 0. See you all for League Meet number 1. If you would like to stay and help clean up, that would be appreciated. Thank you all for coming.